Hello and welcome to this guided meditation to find your soul partner. This soul partner that you are seeking is someone that you have been destined to be with. Different traditions, different cultures have all talked about having a soul partner. Yet this elusive idea that we can find our soul partner through conscious processes is one that holds us back from realizing our full potential and acquiring the skill sets, the mental attitude to get in the right mindset to find the very person we seek. It is for this reason it is very important to understand the alchemy of putting the right resources, the right attitude, and having the right mindset in seeking to find the very essence of our destiny, our innate nature to be with the one that we are meant to be with. You see, many people go through life not realizing that they are not right with the people they are with. Yet deep down inside, some part of their mind reminds them that they should be with someone whom they are destined to be with. And going against destiny, going against the very idea that you are meant to be with someone and share this lifetime, falls apart because we fail to recognize the symptoms, the problems that come from not seeing what is right in front of us. It is for this reason I invite you to take this session with me, this journey to find the very person that you are meant to be with. And this may take time, this may take years or months or even days or even hours. Yet we must realize all this rests upon us, or we are destined to end this life without realizing our full potential. It is now that you can take a position in which you are either reclining or seated in a comfortable position, whether your legs are folded beneath you or you have your favorite position to be in a relaxed state, that you begin by closing your eyes. And before you do, make sure that you have turned off your phone and put everyone that may disturb you in a distance and let them know that you need this personal time for yourself, and dim all the lights and turn off all noises so that you can turn your attention inwards. Once you have done so, we may begin this process by simply looking inwards. And we can begin this inward journey by concentrating on our breath. Our breath, which is the source of inspiration, begins with inspiration, which is drawing the breath in and holding it for a count of 3 and slowly releasing for another count of 3. And as you keep doing this, put your attention on the breath, how it goes into your lungs and fills your lungs with energy, vigor, and oxygenates your blood with the resources that you need, that you have drawn from the earth, from the air, from everything around you, to create the mental attitude, turning the attention inwards. As you have done so, you'll begin to realize That attention is where you place it, placing your attention in the very center of your essence, your breath, which allows you to connect with life, with the air and the elements. It's a journey that begins with a breath. And as you bring that breath in, take it deeper into your diaphragm, letting your stomach bulge out and filling the lower part of your abdomen with the air that is full of inspiration. As it sinks, make sure that the air rests momentarily before being exhaled. This process of inhaling and exhaling is the very start of turning our attention to the very part that we have been lacking, which is a calmness, the serenity of mind. When the mind is confused, we fail to see what is important. Failing to see what's important leads us astray. It's like going on a journey without a direction. No matter where you go, you will never arrive if you haven't put your attention into that calm serenity that is required for finding the truth, the wisdom that lies within the experiences and the knowledge within you. Now turn your attention ever so slightly to the breath that is being drawn in, and notice how the air is connecting with you. Temperature, the smell, the sensation, how that breath, when slowed down, also slows your heartbeat, allows the heartbeat to be calm. And as it does so, notice how your muscles around your neck and back and chest begin to relax, relaxing your arms, and your arms going all the way to your forearms and your hands, relaxing gently, ever so slightly, and lowering your back ever so slightly towards the ground, and letting your weight sink lower and lower, allowing you to be grounded with the earth, and allowing your stomach and your back to relax with just enough tension to hold your body in the correct posture, and then allowing your legs to also relax ever so gently, and allowing all that relaxation to spread down your legs to your calves and to your feet, all the way down to your toes. And that relaxation can continue. You may notice that you have visions of colors or visions of things that flash before your eyes, indicating that you are in a deeper state of consciousness, which may be the pathway to an unconscious state, a place where you know that you're hearing everything well, you are connecting with your body, and your senses are more awake and more tuned than ever before, allowing the gateways to your unconsciousness to open, allowing your unconscious state to advance slowly into a state where you let go of your everyday thoughts, everyday worries, everyday struggles, and turn your attention even more inwards as you see yourself relaxing and sinking down into the place that you occupy at this very time. This relaxation that spreads is a relaxation that signifies to your body that you are protected, that you are secure, that you may find happiness by simply turning your attention to that part of your mind that allows you to relax just before you sleep or before you let yourself become calm. And that can only be done through the unconsciousness that exists in all of us. The unconscious state that lets you see that whatever you ever needed is a resource that you already have. The knowledge that you seek is already within you. The very idea that you are destined to be with your soul partner, that is also within you. Yet, in order to find the acres of gold behind your backyard, in the fields that stretch under the sun, you must first know that you have to stop and look. It may be through the winding of the brook that runs down the river and turns into a stream where the trees grow, that you may find yourself looking for that peace of mind. And while you do, you will find that without effort, the gold is there. The gold that will be of value to you, just like the very knowledge that you have all the resources that you have ever needed within you to acquire that opportunity to meet your loved one, the one that is your soulmate. Believe it or not, that person is also looking for you, because you, as well as that person, share a destiny that calls you both together, and you will recognize it without an effort, knowing that you are the one who's destined to be with that person. Notice how that is a comforting feeling. And people often come and ask me, how would I know if this person that I'm to meet is the right one? And I say, do you know when you're happy? I say, surely. Do you know when you're sad? Yes. Then, do you know when you're in love? And the answer is yes. Then I say, your soulmate is just like that. You will know when you meet that person. That person is the one that you are meant to be with. And the questions that will come to your head will not be questions, is she or he the right one? But it'll be the question, have I arrived? Have I arrived? This is the point where you begin the journey. As traditions have it, you'll find that your Beshret, as the Jewish tradition has, it is the one that you're destined to be with. In the Middle Eastern traditions, it is Qismet. And this goes on to all other traditions, where the soul yearns to be fulfilled. As the legend goes, that man and woman were created as one being. They were totally content. Yet the gods, they saw that this was not to be, that the fun, the joy, comes from unity of being oneness. So man and woman were separated. So were the ones that meant to be together, so that they may roam this earth to find the one they meant to be with. Yet here we are searching for all eternity to find the very one that we are meant to be with. And is it so hard to see that you can have that very person that you want to be with, because that very person may be waiting for you too? And have you given yourself the ample opportunity to meet this person? Or were you blinded by the very sight of things very in front of you, like work or obligations, or things that took your mind off the very task of looking for your beloved one, the one that will complete you? I tell you verily now, there is no greater joy than finding the one that you're meant to be with and sharing and filling your life's destiny. No amount of money or wealth or health can compare, because even at times of death or health, hardship or sickness or illness, is there a joy that is as fulfilling as knowing that you have done what you are meant to do in this lifetime, which is to find the one that you are meant to be with. Yet most people fail to see this. They spend their lives on a treadmill, running from one to the next, fulfilling their days with menial things, things of not any significance. They chase after money. They chase after things that they need to own, and they find partial pleasures in acquiring things of worldly things. Yet I tell you, money and happiness, they have no weight. They have no currency. Yet those are the things that are the most important. No money can measure the amount of happiness to be attained from finding one's purpose or one's fulfilling of the soul's yearnings. And I call upon you now to look inside yourself and ask yourself if you have been swayed from your path. And from your path, I ask you to look forth and see that you have come to this point in life as a reminder. This is why you listen to this recording, to remind you that you had swayed from your path and that you are becoming together. You are becoming one, and you are on your path to fulfill the very destiny that you are meant to do so. By turning your attention inwards and by listening to this recording, you are becoming a more resourceful person. A person who realizes that something must be done. Something that will bring you more happiness than all the worldly possessions. More than what the kings and queens and royalties have. That is to find the joy in finding the very soulmate that you seek. And your seeking is not just on a physical or emotional way. Your senses, your emotions, your physique, your mental state. That is why you are here, listening to this recording, finding the path to within, and turning the pages in the library of your unconsciousness to the process where you will know how that person is meant to be with you. It does not matter who that person is. Person may have chosen the form that they have chosen, and that may have been decided long before you were born, or that person was born. Yet there's a pact that exists between the souls that they may experience life together in this lifetime. And once you have done so, the fulfillment is beyond words. It's beyond the greatest treasures that one can own. Now I'd like you to look down the stream and see the water flowing and the gold shimmering under the current. And notice how this running brook is the path that has been led to you. You can find the serenity in the water and the clarity of thought in the clear water that runs in the brook. And the resources that you seek, exemplified by the gold, are within your reach. All you need to do is put your hand into the water and reach for that gold. It's the same way that your mind has been. That under the running brook, where the water is clear, lies all the resources that you need to fulfill the very destiny, the very essence of who you are. It is for this reason now I'd like you to look at yourself and say, what is it that I can do to see beyond my immediate needs and responsibilities, from the very chores that hold me down, and look past beyond with the eyes of a child almost, to see with the expectation, anticipation, and joy of the very person I'm about to meet. It could be in the most unusual place, or it could be somewhere that is in your daily life. That person will be waiting there and would be ready to receive you. They only are able to see the connection. And the connection is upon you to build and to construct, because you have been given the poison of forgetfulness. We have forgotten who we are at the time of our birth. That is why we do not recognize our soulmates by the faces that we see, but by the very hearts that we hold. Our hearts are the guides, like the compasses that points us in the right direction, to see that we are one, and that we are the ones that need to find the path that leads to seeing that joy and happiness comes from within, like a brook that springs from the earth as it does from our heart, and flows freely in clearness, in tranquility, in calmness, with joy and vigor, towards that which calls us forth. It is that part that calls us to act upon the very yearnings of our soul that knows beyond the shadow of doubt that you shall be together with your soulmate, should you be able to recognize how important it is. And once you have found that person, your life will be enriched not by one fold or two folds, but by seven folds. Because in seven folds lies the secret that all tree of life that has all the information and that flows from the earth to the sky and fulfills with the water and the rain that pours and caressed by the air and the wind, knows that you are a child of happiness and goodness, and that you carry the innocence of a newborn baby in your very soul, because that does not alter. Yet your mistakes and your failures in life are through your unknowing, not recognizing your greatness and your ability to seek the one that you are meant to be with. In fulfillment lies joy. And joy is very, very simple, because joy is the very essence of our nature. We come to this earth not weighed down by the responsibilities or obligations. We come to this earth free of our own weight. Yet we realize that we have done things in our lives to construct a world in which we create our own monsters, our own demons, and we create a world in which we fight with ourselves, with the world around us. And as a result, we fail to see the most important, which is finding our soulmate. It's now that you have to look, to observe, but to look in a way that you have never looked before, to see things like you have never seen, with the curiosity of a child's eye, that you may look at the other person and say, "Are you my soulmate?" And the answer before you pose it will be immediately apparent to you. You will know that person is the one. Without a shadow of a doubt, you will know this is the person that will bring you more joy than anyone you will meet. So open your arms and embrace this person and bring them into your life and make them enrich it, so you may enrich their own lives, so that you share a wisdom that you have known before you were born, that your souls were interconnected, and that you are now one, found each other. And even though you reside in two different bodies, your hearts will beat as one. Your souls will embrace and twine to bring you the ecstasy that exists in the caress of two gentle souls in oneness. And with that, I bid you a good journey and allow you to sit in this position or recline until you're ready to move on with the rest of your day. And I thank you for listening.